And Mine Crypto here. I hope we're all having a wonderful day. Wow, it's been an interesting week or so with the UK government, now Labour administration. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a moment. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor and none of this is financial advice. But first and foremost, we look at these crypto bubbles as we normally do. And as we can see, everything is rather green, but not, because obviously we've seen an element of capitulation over the last month or so, and we're just regaining little chips of some of that positivity back into the market. But we are still quite depressed, I see, and I hear on Twitter everybody's throwing all their toys out of their prams. And as we can see, Quant is now ranked at 73, market cap still under that 1 billion market cap at 888 million, which is absolutely unbelievable considering all the news and everything we talk about every day with regards to quant. And as we can see, volume is very low, $11.4 million. And we can see we're down 0.1% in the hour, down 0.3% in the day, down 4.2% in the week, but still down 29.2% in the year. But again, as I said, doesn't worry me at all, because if we move over here, we can look at crypto quant and we look at the spot exchange reserves, and as we can see, slightly creeped up a bit to 262,000 on spot. Um, Again, ranging between that late 250s to early 260s. And if we look at all the exchanges, including the derivatives, we can see again, it's actually lower. So we can see it's 1.568, which has come down from nearly 1.6 million on the derivatives. So it's going sideways. It's doing its thing. This, again, we're just waiting. It's all a waiting game. Because if we look over here, over the last couple of days, I say here, quant, they keep coming. Another text to CB to private wallet of 1,251 quant. Yes, not a lot. But if we look at this wallet has accumulated 12,003 quant in the last 3 weeks with only 5 transactions in total, slowly but surely eating up more of the supply. Only holds quant with no outflows. And a lot of people always say, well, why isn't the spot exchange reserves going down? Well, a lot of this is to do with retail selling off, getting despondent, getting bored, listening to all the FUD, everything else that comes about. I mean, it's all a play, to be quite honest. Lots of people selling off. And there have been transfers from other wallets which don't initially remove from the spot supply. So we're seeing transfers from bigger wallets to other wallets that we speculate these wallets being lockup wallets. So I'd rather the token be in these wallets than other dormant wallets just sitting around. Now, we also see this as well. Another text definitely become far more regular over the last few weeks. Another text from CB to private wallet of 1133 quant. And this wallet has also accumulated 1203 quant in the last month with 7 texters again. Only holds quant with no outflows. So same as the last wallet, holding that 12,003 quant. I don't know if that's just a coincidence. I'm guessing it probably is, with 7 texts over the last month. So slowly again, just accumulating, just chipping away. Now, if we move over to Arkham Intelligence, where I spend a lot of my time looking, because I like to look at wallets, I like to see who's holding those wallets. So I look at the top holders. And what I do is I go away and I do my research and I look at who's holding them and why they're holding them. And you can see, like, you've got this 622,000 quant. Basically, it's just a private wallet. We don't know whose it is, but I can probably guess it's probably someone high up within the quant network. We can also see the founder's wallet here, which 625,000 quant, and we can see the Binance has dropped from 670,000 to 640,000. And this was that move the other day where they moved from the cold wallet to hot wallet, and then we saw that large amount, I think it was 18,000 quant, move to a private wallet. Now, I said, was it a pre-order? It could possibly be. It could be someone that wanted a huge amount of quant, but that moved out. So we see their holdings drop. But if we look down, we can see this. We can see Elwood just in here. That obviously this one here, as you can see, this is an Elwood wallet. And I've done a lot of research on Elwood if this turns up. And as we can see, it's just slowly, we've got Elwood just up there. Now, again, we've got others here. We've got Bitvevo, really important, large custodian in the EU. And if we move down, we've got copper. I've done some research on copper and their links within the government, and how the links to Richard Hammond, which used to be the exchequer, to the UK. And then if we think about Coinbase, obviously they've got their holdings of quant and the links to George Osborne again. links to the UK government. But recently, what I've done is I spent a bit of time looking at Revolut, because obviously Revolut at the moment are applying for a UK banking license. Now, they are very big in this space and obviously adopting crypto as part of their wallet. And obviously, they're at some point bringing about an advanced trading platform for Revolut and their platform, which is really important. Now, I did a tweet yesterday now on Revolut because I think they're quite important. And I said here, Revolut topping up their bag with a text from Wintermute of 1770 quant yesterday. Some interesting connections with Revolut. Revolut are the 29th largest holder of quant with 59,000 quant holdings. Now, if we see here, we've got that 29th holder and we've got Revolut, that transaction of 1.77. Yeah, and not a lot, but we look here, Revolut have just recently become a member of Innovate Finance alongside UK fintech companies. The IFGS categorizes quant as high growth, as you can see here. So very, very interesting. But there's so many links between quant and Revolut, and we can see here. Revolut were also a participant using Overledger in Project Rosalind. And we can see here with all Barclays, MasterCard, Bank of Canada, Amazon, and we've got Worldline Revolut and BNY Mellon. And as we can see, very, very interesting. Revolut in there as well. Now, if we look here, Revolut are also a guarantor of Pay UK alongside Quant. And we can see here, we've got guarantors. We've got Quant, Revolut, and we've got Santander, Societe Generale, Starling Bank, and the Cooperative, and many, many others. And if we move down, so we can see here, Revolut are currently seeking a UK banking license as fintech firm hits record 545 million in profit. It's not hard to see that Quant has deep connections with the fastest growing fintech financial institutions in the UK and across the world. And I follow the money. Now, this is very important. If you can see all the links, and we talked about Elwood, we talked about Copper, we talked about Coinbase, and all the links within the UK and everything else that's going on. And I think looking at things on chain is very, very important. Sometimes more important than looking at just general trade analysis and charts and stuff like that, because you can see where the money is flowing. And what I do is I spend a heck of a lot of time. So if you do get the opportunity, I think it's really important that people do start to look and build a picture from where the money is going and who holds these wallets. So doing some bigger, deeper research, because generally, if you're seeing organizations align, make connections, partnerships, all those sorts of things, you'll find it in here. Now, also, so obviously, we've had a change of government here in the UK. Now, I'm not going to talk about some politics, but politics does change the narrative in some ways. Now, I can't say I'm pleased with regards to having a Labour government here in the UK, because what it means, and not only what that means to the narrative and the change, but I do look for the positivity in things. Every cloud has a silver lining. Labour on CBDCs, more of a commitment than any other political party. Pump my bags. Now, I said this in a sort of jest because, again, I'm not overly pleased either with CBDCs, because I think, essentially they are a control mechanism, but also the Labour Party, we know that they love to spend. And I think generally their mandate based on the percentage that they got doesn't really class as a mandate. But hey ho, we're not here to discuss politics, and I'm definitely not going to get involved in it. But as we can see from the banker, we saw this more of a commitment than any other political party. And we know this bodes well for coins like Quant now, because obviously the narrative is CBDCs. But as I've always said, I will follow the money and I will hang off the coattails. I'm not about to get lynched by not doing that. If I know information, then I will stick to it and I will follow it. I want to do the best I can possibly do for me and my family. I am aligning with some of this. Yes, you could say I'm endorsing it, but I'm not. I'm just being somewhat selfish, but I'm also being clever because I want to play what the narrative is. So we can also see here Keir Starmer, now not the leader of the opposition, he is the Prime Minister. And now, obviously, we can see here part of the World Economic Forum. So we can see the narrative and how that is likely to play out. So just the quick updates today, just to give you a tee up of what's actually happening, also within the political remit, but also to see what's actually going on chain, so that you can see how I go about my research and how I like to play within these markets. So there you go, guys. Just a quick update. I hope you like these updates. If you do, please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any further videos. All the best, and I'll catch you later.